My DNA test revealed my husband is actually my half-brother. We already have a 2-year-old daughter. I never knew my biological father. Mom always said he was just a summer fling who disappeared before I was born. I stopped asking about him when I was 12 after seeing how much the questions hurt her. When my husband Ryan surprised me with Ancestry DNA kits for our anniversary last month, I was excited. We'd been together for 6 years, married for 4, and parents to our beautiful daughter Emma for 2. I thought it would be fun to finally learn about my paternal heritage and maybe even find some distant relatives. The results arrived while Ryan was on a business trip. I opened mine first, fascinated by the ethnic breakdown that explained my curly hair and olive skin. Then I clicked on the DNA relative section, expecting maybe some fourth cousins there at the top of the list. Ryan Mitchell Perrin, half-brother Pernal, 25% DNA shared. I stared at my screen for what felt like hours. I checked his profile part. It was definitely my husband's account with the photo he'd uploaded of himself holding Emma at the beach. My hands shook so badly I could barely dial my mother's number. When she answered, I couldn't even speak. Honey, are you there? She asked. Mom, I finally managed. Who is Thomas Mitchell? The silence that followed told me everything. Thomas Mitchell Perrin, the name listed in Ryan's family tree as his father Pete, was also my biological father. I didn't know he had another family, my mother whispered. He told me he was just passing through town for work. When I told him I was pregnant, he said he'd call but never did. Ryan's father had died when he was 14. He'd grown up in a town just 30 miles from mine. We'd met in college, never knowing we shared the same father. When Ryan came home the next day, I couldn't look at him. How do you tell the love of your life, the father of your child, that you are also his sister? I handed him his test results without a word. I watched his face as understanding dawned. Confusion, shock, disbelief, and finally devastation. This can't be right, he kept saying, but the evidence was undeniable. The man in the faded photographs on his childhood bookshelf was also my biological father. We've been living in separate bedrooms for 3 weeks now. We've consulted genetic counselors about Emma, who thankfully appears perfectly healthy despite the increased risk factors. We've cried together, raged at the unfairness, and sat in silence for hours not knowing what to say. Yesterday, Ryan's mother called after he finally told her. Instead of the horror I expected, she was oddly calm. Thomas wasn't Ryan's biological father, she said quietly. I never told anyone, not even Ryan. Thomas adopted him when we got married. Ryan's real father was my high school boyfriend, who wanted nothing to do with us. I felt like I could breathe for the first time in weeks. The DNA test was wrong paired. It had to be. We immediately ordered tests from 2 different companies. This morning, the first confirmation test came back. We're not related. The original test had somehow mixed up Ryan's sample with someone else's parent, someone who actually is my half-brother. Tonight, we're having dinner together for the first time since this nightmare began. I don't know if we can just go back to normal after what we've been through. The fear and confusion have left scars that will take time to heal, but as I watch Ryan playing with Emma in the living room, I feel hope returning. Sometimes family secrets should stay buried, and sometimes the truth sets you free in ways you never expected. If you want to hear what happened when I finally connected with my actual half-brother, share this video and comment family.